Good Sunday morning. I'm Jaden Jefferson, and welcome to this week's Community Focus. This is a community focus I've been waiting to do because joining me right now is Tricia Cullop, who is now the new head women's basketball coach for the Miami Hurricanes. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
This has been a big change for you. I think all of us were really excited when we first got the news. So just tell me about the change and how you were approached for it, and just give us the story.
Yeah, they reached out to see if I had any interest, and I knew the previous coach really well. Katie Meyer's done a phenomenal job at Miami. She had been there for 19 years. The program had had a lot of success, and so I think a lot of the country was stunned when she retired. But it also, for that reason, made it a very attractive job. And so when they reached out at first, it was more of a let's dig into this and see what it's all about. And the more I kept finding out about the program, the more excited I got. It's just an incredible opportunity.
And this is obviously great too because the weather changed. So what's it like being in Florida now?
Well, it's funny. I'm in Ohio at the moment because I'm finishing up packing, which after 16 years being in this home, I found out I have a lot of things. But I will say, in the time that I've been down there, it's been incredible to be in 80-degree weather, sunny most days. We've been busy, so I haven't been out in it as much, but I will say that it's been phenomenal to be in that type of weather.
And so far, what has been the experience kind of getting to meet new people and kind of figuring out who everyone is and building those relationships?
Well, it's different. It's been a while since I've been the new kid that's on the block. Here, I knew about anybody and everybody, and or someone that knew them. So that part, you feel like you're a freshman again, kind of in that speak. But I will say that everybody I've met's been phenomenal. They've been very helpful. I think one smart thing that we did is I decided to keep three members of the previous staff on our staff. And that was a smart move because we hit the ground running. They knew where to go, who to talk to. I don't know how we would have done official visits when I first took the job if we didn't keep some of them on board. So I'm thrilled that we have some of the past, and then we have some of our Toledo staff, Jesse Ivy and Danielle Page, joining me. And then we were able to hire an assistant from Mississippi State, Muriel Page, who I think the world of. And so I'm really pleased with this staff, and I'm excited to get rolling. But we do have some learning to do. I'm still learning a little bit about the area and just the people that are touching my program.
And taking on this new role, what would you say are some things that have been essential for you to consider in having this new team?
Just being intentional about who I choose to be on the staff, who I choose to join our program. That's why we had so much success at Toledo. We were very careful that we were intentional about, character first, work ethic first, and then the talent. And so when you do it that way, you can build a long-lasting, sustaining program.
I think there will be some people that now just have an excuse to go down to Florida any time of the year, really, just to come see you. And so, what would you say would be your message to them?
Well, my first message is thank you. Thank you for helping provide such an incredible place for me to work for the last 16 years, for supporting our program. I know our players appreciate it. My staff appreciates it. This was a place that felt like home more than any other place I've ever been. So my biggest message is thank you. And I hope you'll continue to support the program. I know that Jenny will do a fantastic job with the Toledo women's basketball program. But also, if you're in the South Florida area, I'd love to see you. I know what I have found that's very interesting is there are a lot of people who retire. And where do they retire from this area? South Florida. And so I've had a lot of people reach out to me and say, hey, we're going to come by and see a game, or hey, we'd love to see you, or do you want to go to dinner or lunch? The Chamber of Commerce is led by a former Blue Crew member in Coral Gables. And so I keep running into these really interesting just situations where I know someone or know of them down there, which is great because when you're trying to get your feet wet, any familiar face you can see and have something in common with is a really good thing.
It really is. And how has that felt too to have that level of support? Because I mean, people really, really are just taking to this new position and really supporting you in this new time.
Well, I'm very grateful. It's been nice, and obviously knowing the previous coach, she's been great. I've talked to her on the phone a few times. She stopped in the office one day, and we talked about some different things. But I'm glad she's still actually going to be on. She's going to be still part of the athletic department, and that's a wonderful asset for me because she knows where everything is. She knows all the people in the community, and that's one phone call away. If I run into some problem, that I can call for a resource, and she's just a phenomenal person. So I'm really lucky. And I'm glad that she's not gone and away from our contacts, because I know the people down there love her too.
And I've got to say, to close out the interview, I think you did bring some South Florida weather because I'm hearing the thunder outside. So thanks a lot. We had a nice, warm, clear day. And then all of a sudden, thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much. I appreciate it.
Well, Jaden, it's so good to see you again, and I've always enjoyed you, and so it's great to see you and see you doing so well.